Hi, I am Carina. I am part of Earth Science team, so I'd like to share with you how we will do this task of 12 system activity that we are going to do that day on August 22. Altogether, that day we will be working on the anchoring the North Pole, holding the planetary consciousness through these 12 nodes of the planet. So it's so important that we have we have the 12 system activity done and recognized in ourselves so we can support this task. Okay, I know that in YouTube's channel, in Foundation YouTube's channel, we have these tutorials videos, but they are in Spanish, so the idea now is to review and in a very simple way what is the task we are going to do, how to recognize and do by yourselves this task. So this is the picture of the 12 system mandala, where we have to know in the first place our natal chart, because we are going to start or begin by knowing our natal chart. So you can get it from the internet, and then you have to look where is each constellation, because this is the first thing to know. We have to know where are our constellations, beginning with Aries, and in which house is it? In which house do I have my Aries archetype? No. So when you know that, you put it in the middle, here in the middle of the picture, the mandala. You put the constellation in which house it is located, and you also can see where is his rule, Mars, and how it works inside you. But I like to say that it's so important that you begin in the house which is the Aries energy predominate. So once we have this, we have each constellation, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, in each house, and we knowing this archetype of our psychological and emotional archetype that shows us this celestial energy. Then, in second place, we are going to look for the biological system. Okay, the biological system that they are 12 too. Each one supports or anchors the energy of the astrology system. So we are now going to find in which constellation and put it here in the third place, the biological system. And I'd like to say that it's so important that these two things, astrological and biological, are fixed systems. We cannot change that. So where I have Aries, I always have my reproductive system that supports or that anchors my Aries energy in my biology. So the systems are 12 and are fixed and linked to a constellation. Each constellation has its system or its biological system. So, for example, Aries is always anchored by the reproductive system, and I cannot change that. In which house is Aries? In this house is my reproductive system. So I have to look my own system and feel the astrology system and the biological system. So I am looking for the person then, no? So that I put that in the third place. And in the second place, where I put Aries, in the third I put reproductive. In the second, I put the concept. I look for the concept. That is two things that I have to know. It's space and it's time. So when I look for the space, I look for the astrological element. For example, Aries is always fire. So Aries, fire, reproductive. Taurus is always earth and muscular. Gemini is always air and it's respiratory. So these three things are fixed things. We cannot change that. Now it's the funny part where I have to find in which process I am in this second part and the person who is related or who reflects me, that's this system. So now once we have the space, we look for a time. In which time I am living this process? In which time I am living my own energy of Aries or Aries energy? I am expressing, experimenting, integrating or transcending this energy. In which process I am? They are four: expression, experimentation, integration and transcendence. And we have to look forward each one. I look my Aries system and in which time I am with this system. So now, once we have this process time, we are going to look forward the person who is reflecting me or who reflects me that energy that I am looking forward. So it can be familiar persons or partners or ex-partners or friends or enemies. That depends in which system I am working. So the first three are family. The next are partners or ex-partners, and the next three are friends, and the last three are enemies. So it is so important that when we are looking for this person, we feel that that person reflects us balanced or unbalanced, positive or negative. This energy, this archetype to me, because I am who is in the center of the mandala. I am in the center of the mandala with these 12 systems around me, and I feel, okay, which is the person who reflects me today, this system. So I say today because the person and the time I said that they can change through time. Maybe in a year I sit and I do this to me again, and I find that another person reflects me this archetype. Okay, so once we have done this, that finding all the persons, the last thing, we have to recognize, integrate this own map, because this is a map that shows me that if I have a personality problem, that I have a physical problem, that I have a problem with that person, okay, what is reflecting me now? So how can I work in this system by myself to be better, to find a solution to my process, or in which process I am living this energy that maybe unbalanced me. So it is so important that we have this mandala done until 22 of August, where Matthias will be in the pyramid working in this task of anchoring the North Pole and the 12 nodes of the planet, And we will be each one in our houses, in our places, in our working with our own 12 system mandala, anchoring our own 12 gravity centers that anchors us to the earth, to the planet. And it is the task that he will explain better than me, but we will be doing that day. So I beg your pardon my English, about my English, but I'm so glad that I can express and you can understand me. So see you.